Hey everybody, welcome back to Dark Souls 3. I should wave. There we go. Last time, we went through two areas, the Consumed King's Garden, followed by the Untended Graves. At the end of both of them, we found the Eyes of a Firekeeper, where we showed them to the Firekeeper to show her that we plan to snuff the first flame out in the end instead of rekindle it for another age to come. And after doing that, I've got a feeling the people of Lothric aren't really going to want me around anymore, so, why don't I venture somewhere else for the time being? I know it's supposed to be a secret between you and the Firekeeper, but what if she tells someone else? What if she tells others? I don't want to be around for that. That noise was the player's reaction for when they discovered this area. This is a brand new location, and you must acquire the Path of the Dragon Chester and sit down at that very spot in order to access it. It's kinda hidden. And by kinda, I mean very hidden. There is a message hidden from you that you can see with Seek Guidance that hints you to it. I didn't use it because I didn't feel it was necessary, but yeah, down on that ledge is a message saying, like, the path of the dragon lies through meditation, and so when you get a gesture that looks like meditation, you can put two and two together and come back here and try it. And then you get welcomed into Archdragon Peak. Actually, welcomed is a strong word. I'd say you get more thrown in, meant to survive on your own, but it's fine. These guys were enough of a welcome to get us accustomed to the area. Alright, I don't think my vigor is very high right now. Yeah, 24, that's not great. Honestly, that is not great vigor, and I really should start working on that, but especially now that I have the weapon I was trying to use in hand, and I don't really think I'm going to be using any more weapons in the future. I don't know, we'll have to see. I might decide on things differently as we go. That's the best way I had to say it, sorry. My brain's not in the mood for forming coherent, good sentences today. And only half of my vocabulary banks are accessible. I couldn't find the other half in time before we began recording. Alright, before we began recording. No, before I began recording. Did I say I don't know. I can't remember at this point. This guy's throwing fireballs because he's a dingus who just wants us dead. I like all these cairns off to the side. I don't know if those are supposed to reference, like, real-life cairns that people build alongside hiking trails or what. Or if that's just some kind of, like, ancient symbol of something. Are cairns some kind of, like, ancient symbol of something? Because that would make sense. And then we've upheld that tradition for many years. But all we really use it for now is to mark the trail of hiking trails or just to build it because it's fun. Alright, these guys have those small shields, which says to me they might be able to parry my attacks. They don't seem to be that interested in using their shields, so, I guess that'll be unconfirmed for a while. Whoa, nice running attack. I love this sword, man. This sword is so good. We just got this last time. This is the Moonlight Greatsword, I think it is officially called. Yeah, the Moonlight Greatsword +3. Oh, it does not have very much durability, does it? Oh, 75? No, it does. Why is it so damaged, then? I did hit a few enemies in Irithel Dungeon on the way to that ledge, but I didn't think I hit that many. I thought that how durability worked was that a one hit, it takes 10 hits on an enemy to decrease durability by 1, but maybe not. I mean, I did get that information from the Fextra Life Wiki, and from my experience, the Fextra Life Dark Souls 3 Wiki is inaccurate as hell, so I should have put my doubts in it from the beginning. We may as well rest here. It will respawn those guys, but as long as we just stay quiet, we'll be fine. And otherwise, we'll be refilling our Estus supply back to full. I'll probably be rolling with the full 10 flasks that I have right now for the rest of the game. That's just a little plan I have. Soul of a Nameless Soldier. So this here is our last optional area of the base game. After this, we will be starting on the final stretch. Though there is, a decent ways to go before then. But yeah, after this video, I'm thinking there are going to be 2 more videos. of the base game. And then, of course, we'll start on DLC. That, I think, will take about 4 videos. We'll have to see. Yeah, 4 videos between both of them. They're not very long DLCs, assuming that you don't struggle against them. If you do struggle within them, then they are very long DLCs, but I shouldn't struggle. I'll be okay. Oh, okay, this guy's huge, and he knocks me down. I need the Silver Cat ring back on before I go nuts. Stand up. Come on. You've been down for so long. What is this, Dark Souls 1? I know this is Dark Souls. Oh, sorry if you heard that loud motorcycle going by in the street. And there it is again. It's... Okay. Hello, motorcycle. What's up? How you doing? I had to have my window open because it is decently a warm day, and I don't want my computer to overheat necessarily while recording this, so... There might also be extra fan noise in the background. I hope I never have to do this when recording Silent Hill 2, which, by the way, is a playthrough I started on this very channel, if you're so interested to check. I say a lot, probably more than I should. I remember there was this one, there we go again. I'm gonna notice every time I do it now, god damn it. There's this, like, teacher, mentor person in my middle school, or I think my late elementary school, I can't remember. But either way, she pulled us aside and gave us a big talk about, I think, presenting ourselves, which is, you know, getting the idea of, like, presenting a good pitch of something into our heads young, which makes sense. But one of the things she requested us to try to do is to not say, like, ever. And as soon as I heard that, I was like, sorry, that ain't happening. In my head, I was like, yeah, I can't do that. It's just, it's too automatic. It's too ingrained in my freaking neurons at this point. I have to say, or else my brain doesn't know what to do next. It's just, I'm sorry, I cannot not say, every 2 seconds. It's how I work. Alright, we got the lightning clutch ring down there. Did I say nightling? Lightning. I don't think I said nightling. I think I would have noticed if I said nightling. I'm second guessing myself. If that's how you use the term second guessing. I noticed that I used the, what was that, infatuated word wrong in my Silent Hill video, whatever. Well, that's an interesting looking dude. Oh yeah, and a giant dragon. Yeah, they're there too, I guess. Alright, cool. This is a weird boss. This is the Ancient Wyvern. That message said plunging attack. I ran by it too fast. You couldn't see any of it. Oh, he just squished me with his bum. Fair enough. Oh, that's a tail swipe. Yep. That makes sense. You can't have a FromSoft dragon that doesn't try to attack you with its tail. It's illegal. Okay, there's no message here, but it's fine. There's enemies in here, which I'm gonna run past you. The dragon can breathe into this room. You are not supposed to attack the dragon at this point. You can, but you will do pitiful damage, and I do not recommend it. Oh, yes, thank you. Thank you, dragon. Thank you. You made my life so much easier in here. Oh, God. Yeah, these guys do a lot of damage. That's why I'm kind of worried about my vigor level. This message, plunging attack. That is its weakness. We must find a way to get a plunging attack on its head to defeat it. I'll be the first to tell you that I actually kind of like this boss. I think it's a neat concept. I do like the idea of being attacked by a big enemy while you're running through a sea of other enemies, so you have like 2 different things to focus on. Once again, this is one of those boss fights with a gimmick that nobody likes aside from me, and so I decided, you know what, I'm gonna give it some praise. I think it's cool. It's not the greatest boss fight ever or anything, definitely not, but it's not like it's horrible. Come on, guys. I think even the worst bosses in this game aren't that bad. Like, even the ones I don't like that much, they're not really, like, bad bosses. Even for Dark Souls standards. Alright. Okay, I get it, I get it, okay? I get it. I'm supposed to be more patient. I'm sorry, I'm just not that patient. Alright, drink you. Have my Estus supplies down, but that's okay. We've actually gone through more than half of it. Using the projectile on you. God, that was awesome. Thank you. For falling very easily. Oh, God. Whoa. These guys attack really quick. Alright, so there is actually an optional area you can go to up there, but this boss fight does not require you to go up there whatsoever, so it's a waste of time. This guy is arguably the real boss. This chain, oh god, this big serpent man that has the chain weapon that's going to kill me because, okay. I actually died to the Ancient Wyvern, look at that. It's because I wasn't expecting to be hit twice and nearly killed. I thought I died for a second there. My health got so freaking low. I would have accepted it if I had died, because on the outside it looks like I died. Alright, we have to make the run through again. That's okay. I can focus a lot more this time. But yeah, that's arguably the real boss fight, so I'm gonna have to do a better job of dodging it next time. In fact, I think I might just avoid killing it. You will be able to explore this whole area without the Ancient Wyvern after you kill it, so we can always save defeating it for then. If I even choose to defeat it, which honestly I might not. Depends on how I'm feeling. Oh hey, I missed an item. Okay, I may have gone here a little early because now it's facing me. Okay. You'll let me through. Nope. Okay. Wyvern. Please attack these guys for me. Please attack them for me. Please attack them for me. Please attack them for me. Got one of them. Okay, good. They're both being knocked down. And very nearly killed, though not quite. Because that's just my luck. And of course, you're still standing. Alright, there we go. This is good. Now we know what enemies we can ignore, so we can ignore the guys on the left here. Assuming they don't see me when I enter. Oh, they do see me when I enter. Okay, that might be tricky then. Do they follow me up the stairs? No, they just sit there spitting fire. Okay, we should be fine from them then. So you definitely don't have to fight every enemy along the way. In fact, I might recommend running past them, just so you can fight them in a much more low-stakes environment later on, but for now, I think it's fine. That bite attack did, like, my entire health bar of damage, by the way. So that's scary. I don't like that. I don't much care for that. Ha, screw you. How did I do more damage with the front hit? Are you guys more defensive in the back? Maybe. I think there can be, like, body part damage modifiers in this game. That's the best name I had for them. I don't know why, just body part sounds weird to say, and I think it's just because the freaking obsession with that shit on the internet is making it weird when it shouldn't be. I hate... Alright, bye 30,000 souls. What the hell? Why was I stun locked in the exact right ways? Jesus, that was... I felt like the game was out to get me there. That felt like intentional. It felt like the game was setting a trap for me. I also love how the guy fell off the edge. Well, here we go again. I certainly hope the most of the video isn't spent on this. This is not a hard boss. In fact, I do it first try most of the time. It's just this one guy keeps kicking my ass. Is it the Legend 27? Indeed. How did you know? Some say the Legend 27 was born from fire, however that ad goes. Stupid fucking ad. Are you serious, Dark Souls 3? Are you serious? Are you serious? That's some shit Silent Hill 2 would do. Come on. You're better than that. You heard it here first, folks. Dark Souls 3 is better than Silent Hill 2. I'm kidding. I actually might like Silent Hill 2 as a game more, in all honesty. I like Soulsborne games a lot, but... yeah, no, I would say I love them. I wouldn't have put so much time into them if I didn't love them. But, like, they're not my absolute favorite games ever. There's a lot of games I enjoy more. Hollow Knight is one of them. Oh, God. And you know, as I think there's a lot of games I enjoy more as complete packages. These games, for example, they have really good combat, but I find their stories to be really lacking on the whole, just because they're built to be so vague and you're not meant to understand everything, and I'm not a huge fan of that. Like, I'd rather play through a concrete narrative that actually involves my character in a way, and these games don't really do that. And, like, I kind of get it, but I also kind of don't. And I think that one thing is missing from these games, which would otherwise make me love them to pieces. Like, if a Souls-like game had or at least like a From Software game with its fantasy setting had like an actual story you would follow instead of just lore, I think I would enjoy the game so much more. Okay, there we go. Boss fight defeated. Basically. I think there is still a risk here. Assuming that this guy actually hits me, which he did not do, thankfully. I am immune to fire when climbing ladders, didn't you know? It is the New World Order that ladders do not harm. Ladders cause me to be flame resistant. Okay. Am I allowed to go over here, by the way? I'm gonna... oh, no. I don't like that. Because I would like to get this item without having to get it later. So I think I'm gonna do that real quick. Yeah, 2 Twinkling Titanite, that's good. Good shit. Okay, yeah, he's not even aiming at me. Awesome. You know what? Since we seemingly have time, let's put on the Silver Cat ring. There we go. Perfect. Plonk. Plonk. Plunging attack! Go! Great sword! What the hell happened? What the hell just happened? Why didn't I attack? The attack just stopped. I pressed the button. It didn't do anything. You know what? I'm pausing recording. I'll meet you back up there. All right? You don't have to see it a 3rd time. A 4th time. All right. I am back. Let's do this better this time. Come on. This should not be this hard. I'm just saying. I don't know why the fuck I'm dying so often on it. This is just an inevitability of Dark Souls, though. There is, like, due to the way these games are, where any one mistake can get you killed, there is inevitably going to be something that was easy for you on playthrough 1, but suddenly on playthrough 7 gives you so much trouble. There we go. See, was that difficult? My god. Alright. Overall, I'm satisfied with how that went in the end. At least I killed it, you know. Would be worse if I just never killed it at all. Suddenly, it's the hardest boss in the game. So weirdly, after you get it, you get a dragon headstone, which we'll check out in a second, but then you get teleported away? And now you're here. This is an area not far away from where we just were. In fact, if you go straight forwards, take a right, you'll be going out into it, pretty much. There's a bonfire here, and I don't get this. I don't know why you're teleported away from the area you were just in. I don't know. It's very strange. Anyway, I have a plethora of new souls in possession, so let me head back to Firelink Shrine and perhaps face the music from all kinds of NPCs if the Firekeeper broke the secret to everyone. Let's hope she didn't. Oh my god, I have 100,000 souls. That is awesome. Okay, we are getting Vigor leveled up like yesterday. That's a phrase I steal from Chugga Conroy, by the way. I feel like I should clarify. I get a lot of my phrases from him. Oh yeah, I can use the Dark Edge spell. I should try that. Okay, Dexterity. Okay. No, we should do Intelligence. Intelligence and Dexterity would be good stuff to level up, but, you know, it's just right now I'm loving using this great sword, and so I'd rather go with Intelligence. Back again, I see. I'm gonna buy this just so I have it. Buy this in case I don't have it. Actually, I think you do have to buy all of his spells to, like, continue something with him, so I think I'll do that. Why not? Farandot. Soul Arrow. Great Farandot.
I don't mean to see an extreme form.
Okay, so since he has that dialogue...
Promise to stay safe.
Yeah, he hasn't said anything new, so that hints to me that there is one more scroll out in the world somewhere to find. And I think I know where it might be, so yeah, we'll be on the lookout for that. In the meantime, though, let's head back to Archdragon Peak and begin exploring. Or actually, no, let's start from the bottom. Let's explore all that space that we weren't allowed to because the Wyvern was in the way. I think this is a good place to begin. Not that weird other place, the Dragonkin Mausoleum bonfire that we were teleported to afterwards. Like, come on. Nah, I'm a completionist when it comes to exploration. I will see every little thing. Unless it's Breath of the Wild, and then I don't care. And they'll probably just go to the end and skip optional stuff. Even though I'm not usually like that anymore. For some reason with Breath of the Wild, or actually... For some reason, I know the reason in Breath of the Wild that I'm not that compelled to explore every last little thing. It's because after a time, in the late game stage, there stops being anything new to find. Whereas in a game like this, there's pretty much always new stuff to find, all the way until the end. And that's what compels me to see everything in it, because, you know, if I don't go to that place, I might miss out on some unique item. And that, I think, is a core strength of exploration in video games that should be tapped into more by open-world games, and yet isn't. or should at least attempt. They should at least attempt to tap into it. I don't know if it's exactly possible for every open world game to do that, because, you know, open world games pride themselves on having huge worlds, and so there's naturally going to be copy paste eventually. But see, if I didn't come over here to this obscure little ledge, I would never have found the Ring of Steel protection in the base game anyway. So yeah, the Night King was said to be lined with steel on the inside, such that even the talons of mighty dragons did him little harm. Oh, I already have decent physical. Wait, what? Wait, where am I getting all that from? Oh, that's from the Lloyd's Shield Ring. Okay, so I would like to put on the Ring of Steel protection, just because the armor we're wearing is not that defensive, so I think balancing it out with that little percentage increase of physical damage absorption would be nice. I think it is a percentage. It's weird, it's like increases this percentage number by a percentage. It's a double percentage, I don't know. This place looks like how the streets of San Francisco are described back in that one big earthquake that a Magic Treehouse book was written about. I don't know the year of it exactly, but there was a big earthquake, and one of the magic books in the Magic Treehouse series was set during it. And I remember it being pretty scary to read about. I love that book series, man. I remember my sisters were, for a time, trying to get me to stop reading it because it's too low reading level for you. And looking back, I would actually disagree. I think it was just fine reading level for me at that age. It's just that, like, nowadays, of course, my reading level has gone up. I read those books and they're so much simpler than I remember them being. But, you know, at the time, they felt fine. Oh, so wait. So, the serpent guys without the shields can parry. Yeah, sure, whatever. Whatever you want to do, game. I just realized you can do a follow-up attack with that. I did it on the final attempt of Big Man, Bitty Mo, Ancient Wyvern. And now that I know that it exists, I'm going to use it at every opportunity that presents itself. Except here, because he's in my face. I can't exactly use it here. Or there, because I didn't charge it long enough. Or there, because I just didn't care. Ooh, ladder! Good thing I came back through here. I was actually thinking of skipping him, but no. It was good of me to do this. 2 twinkling titanite. I think this thing is upgraded with scales, so this isn't that helpful for me. How many scales do I have right now? 7. I don't know how many I need for its next upgrade. I think I need 8, so 1 more titanite scale will get me there. I think I remember needing 8 for +4, and then after that I need a titanite slap for +5, which I could just give it, because, you know... We are reaching the point in the game where +10 weapons are a viability. A viability? Is that a word? Did I just make that up? Like, I just kind of combined liability and viable. I think it is. I swear I've heard it mentioned before. I swear I've heard the word spoken before. Alright, there we go. These guys are no trouble with this magic attack, and that's why I love it. Okay, there's stairs up that way. At a certain point, I would like to show off the skybox of this area and talk about a little fun fact with it. But we'll get to there when we get to there. By the way, yeah, this is the only area of the world to have a normal Earth-like sky, where it's all blue. It looks like the real-world sky, and it's pretty cool. There's even the moon in the distance over there, though that moon is a lot closer to this fantasy land than our own moon is. Man, the tides here must be insane. That is weird, though, because the existence of the moon in the sky implies the existence of space, yet, like, this world is sustained by flame, and there's a lot of magic involved with it. I don't know, it's like... I think in fantasy worlds, usually space is not really a thing, or if it is, it's used as, like, a religious symbol. I don't know, it's hard to describe. I think in this game there is like a character that worships the moon. A character in a covenant, by extension, that worships the moon. Speaking of which, I'm now level 75, so let's change my thing. Okay, I think we have the perfect next one. Speaking of the moon. Blade of the Dark Moon. Look at that icon, man. That icon looks so fucking cool. I love it. It's so good. Oh my god, my weapon is breaking! Holy shit! My weapon's actually breaking! I never thought I'd see the day! Okay, I guess using the strong attack must take a lot out of it. This is the first time I have ever come close to breaking a weapon in this game. Alright, I guess we're switching back to the Twin Blades. So you can't overuse the Moonlight Greatsword. It will eventually break. That's funky. I have to imagine that using the skill attack is what drains the most durability. Alright, hoping you don't hit me with any of that, and you didn't, so thank you. Whoa, you take a lot of damage and deal a lot yourself. Good job, buddy. You did it. Okay. Now that we've seen everything on that lower path, I think I will put myself at the Dragonkin Mausoleum Bonfire. And now that my Moonlight Greatsword should be healed again. Wow, looks like I actually do need repair powder after all. Damn, I did not expect to find the one weapon that's actually fragile enough to break. You know, I was thinking of making like a half joke, half actually interesting video for the main channel saying like, can you break all your equipment in Dark Souls 3? And it turns out you can at least break this sword, so let me test. Yeah, that takes a lot of durability out of it. I think hitting with it normally it's fine, it's that magic attack. That takes a lot. Good to know. So don't overuse the spell. You can hit with it all you like, though. So, when you enter this room, there is an enemy up there that summons in an NPC enemy to fight you. They can be one of 2 NPCs, or I think one of 3 total, though there's only 2 that can appear here. Just gonna take this summoner out first thing. Look at all the damage I'm doing. Yeah, hitting them with the weapon normally does not do nearly as much damage to durability. That's good to know. Let's see, who's down there? He's gone. Whoever it is. I think they're like, they must be camping on the stairs somewhere. Or must be making their way here somehow. I'm not really sure. I guess we'll go find them. Wherever they might be. Where are they? Oh, I see them, I think. Right there, standing in the corner, contemplating their life. Hello. So, I don't know who this character is exactly, but they bear resemblance to a certain... is it Rickard? John Luck Pickard? Something like that? I don't know. Guy at the top of Sen's Fortress in Dark Souls 1. I think this guy's supposed to be them. I think their name is like Rickard or... Rykard? I don't know. Something like that. Whose name may have inspired the name of that boss in Elden Ring, Rykard, Lord of Blasphemy. Drakeblood Greatsword. Let's check that sword, see if it mentions them at all. The other person that Summoner can summon is a character known as Havel the Rock, a guy wearing super heavy armor that has super high physical damage resistance, wielding a big club. You can also fight him elsewhere in this area. I personally think I'm actually going to skip him. You do get something for beating him, but I think I'm just gonna skip him. I don't find fighting him very fun at all. Maybe with the Greatsword it'll be fine. I'll probably attempt him once, but yeah. Aside from that, I'm not really interested. Here we go. Says nothing. Okay. An order of knights who venerate dragon blood. So maybe it's just supposed to be some random knight. Makes sense. Before I leave this room, there is a fun secret within. Stand right here. Use Path of the Dragon. Try doing it a little closer, maybe. And you'll get the Calamity Ring. Putting this on will make all damage inflicted to you doubled. Not recommended. Only recommended if you're on like a weird challenge run or something. Maybe if you're trying to practice for a no-hit run, then it would be fine, but yeah, not recommended for me. I remember that that ring is a reward for defeating one of the harder bosses of Dark Souls 1, which is very funny. Congratulations, you defeated the secret difficult boss. Your reward is taking double damage. There's my souls back. I'm just gonna ignore the fireball guy and fight the chain snake guy. Mo! I'm okay. I'm not okay anymore. Let's just heal it to fucking full. I need it for this guy. Alright, I'm glad I have the greatsword back in proper working order to fight him. I'm not gonna use the magic attack just so I don't overuse it. Oh my god, I like staggered him 2 different times. That was craze. Craze. That was craze. I don't know what I mean by that, but that was craze. Yeah, from what I can tell, strength weapons do a really good job in this area against these enemies, because they do stagger to them, so... It's because, in my first playthrough, I was using a strength weapon in this area. Specifically, I was using a weapon we don't actually have access to yet. That might be another weapon I want to try. I mean, that other one's a strength weapon. I don't have the proper strength for it, I don't think. So yeah, aside from, now that we've killed the chain snake, I am satisfied with that area of Archdragon Peak. Let's continue. Press continue. That one YouTuber who I think was mentioned in a Carl Jobs video, and now his content is actually, like, viewed by lots of people. Excuse me! Excuse me! Fuck you! Good thing those guys are so weak to magic damage. Oh my god. I'm just falling more and more in love with this greatsword the more we continue. I might honestly consider getting married. But, you know, I don't want to bring that up with it just yet. It does seem a little stressed out due to the fact that it breaks so easily when you use its magic spell, so I'm just gonna take it slow. I'm not making any wild decisions yet. Alright. Okay, nothing here. I think this is the path to progress. I can't remember if there's something else you can get at this point. Wait, okay, I do remember. There is something out this way we haven't seen yet. And then... Hi. Oh my god, that was lucky. I hate how they dodge backwards at the end of that attack. It's so annoying. That's fine, though. Very easy to kill. Alright, so out here we have some enemies. That item that I picked up. A bonus Estus Flask, which I'll definitely take. Absolutely nothing else. Awesome. And then, everyone, feast your eyes on the most useless shortcut in Dark Souls 3. I have no idea why this exists. Actually, I do have an idea why this exists. I believe, as well as another YouTuber whose opinion I'm taking for this, but I believe that that bonfire over there was meant to be the only bonfire in this area for a while, and that the one up here in the Dragonkin Mausoleum originally wasn't supposed to exist. Because otherwise, why would there be a shortcut taking you from the beginning of the area to the mausoleum? If there's just a bonfire here, we could just use the bonfire. There's no reason for this to exist. But then, at some point in development, they decided to throw that bonfire in there for no reason, and then they also teleport the player to it for no reason. It's weird. This area is weird. But, all around, I actually really like it. It is one of my favorite locations in the game. We got the Dragon Slayer Spear. I think this is a weapon from Ornstein. This is his main weapon. Which, you know, plays it of some great importance, so I thought I would come in and show its description real quick. Weapon of the gods imbued with the... Sorry for hiccuping all the time. The strength of lightning. Two-handed thrust requires the support of cross and requires great might, but can pierce deep into the flesh of dragons and send mere men flying. That is right. I was kind of planning to try killing the dragon in High Wall of Lothric, the wyvern that's there. Now we know what those guys are called. They're called ancient wyverns. And that is the very same species of dragon that was resting on top of that one building in High Wall of Lothric. We've been seeing them kind of the whole game. We've even been seeing corpses of them throughout the game. Okay. Should not overuse that. Do not overuse it. I wonder if there's any other skills like this one that heavily damage weapons. The main thing I'm curious about, what happens when you break armor in this game? I think I have, like, seen what happens. Your armor does take on a kind of cracked appearance. That was the most pointless critical hit of all time. Your armor does take on a cracked appearance. It's not like it falls off of you. Which will be a little strange, but yeah. Either way, is it, like, actually possible? I don't know what I was doing there. Is it actually possible to break your armor? I think that's what I might make a main channel video about eventually. Can you break your armor in Dark Souls 3? I am genuinely curious. I mean, of course you can. People have had visual examples of it, but, like, how easy is it to? What's the experience like of deliberately breaking your armor in this game? Because, like, how's my armor doing right now? I've been hit a fair bit. 249 out of 250. 219 out of 220. They've all lost 1 point. I've been hit a decent number of times. And you'd think that... I wasn't able to one-shot that guy even on my second playthrough. This sword rules! Holy shit, anyway. What was I just saying? I just lost my train of thought. I feel like the bigger an incoming attack is, the more damaging it is. It should also be more damaging to your armor. That would make sense to me. Because the armor is having to absorb more damage. Or so I would think. And so it would be more painful for the armor as well as you. I don't know. Okay, there was the Thunder Stone Plate ring up there. Bet you can't guess what that ring does. Hi. There's a second enemy here. That's why I remember this area being not that bad, not that easy to get through. Because it isn't. Oh my god. That's so cool. I want to know how the enemy stagger systems work in this game, because, like, I don't know how I dodged that, but I'll take it. Because, like, it seems like it kind of works the same way as Dark Souls 1's poise, but I know it shouldn't. At least not for players, it doesn't. For you can't tank attacks as easily. The poise stat in the menu is based on your hyper armor, which only applies to certain attack animations, so if you're going for certain builds, hyper armor might never be a thing for you at all, which is weird, but that's how it be, that's how it works. Oh shit, you are very resistant to magic damage. Good to know. Didn't matter anyway. Tight of Night, I will take. Okay, in this room, I know that there is another summoner dude. But they don't seem to exist yet. I'm getting so many Titanite scales. This is the place you need to go if you want to fully upgrade, well, I guess you don't have to go here to fully upgrade something, but, like, if you want to upgrade weapons that take Twinkling Titanite and Titanite scales, this is the best place to find them. They reward you with so many here. Like, how many scales do I have now? 13. I went from 7 to 13. Alright, you there. You know what? Why don't I try Farron Hail on you? That was pitiful. That's better. But is it as good as... I didn't think so. Oh, I'm gonna be neglecting my magic now, aren't I? The whole point of this series was to use magic more, and here I go not using it. But I'm using a magic sword. That's almost the same thing. There you go. Okay, let's grab you. Okay, here's another ancient wyvern. You know what? What if I tried killing this one? Okay, it has a lot of health. I could do it. It'd take a lot of time, but I could do it. Just gonna do that stomp. Okay. Mind if I hit your knee? Are you in a loop? No, you're not. Okay. I was gonna say. That would be really funny if it was in a loop. It's not. It's not. Okay. I like how we fought one of these guys as a boss a bit ago, and now here they are. It's just a regular dude. What the fuck? What is with the camera on their model? Stop turning around. Josh right through the fire. Haha. Didn't you know? Rolling is flame-proof. It really is true. To avoid being on fire, you just have to stop, drop, and roll. Oh my god. See, I would have loved to see that attack coming if the camera didn't fucking flip the other direction. That would have been nice to be able to see what I was doing there. I love seeing the video game I'm playing. Literally every time. How do... I don't know. I don't know what I was gonna ask there. How do they have their camera work like this and just not see the problems? Like, how do the playtesters fight this? Have the camera shake around all over the place, and From Software not be like, hey, maybe we should try fixing that before the game releases? I feel like I'm kind of committed to killing this guy now. How am I? Almost halfway down. Wow, this is going to be exciting, isn't it? Whoa. Hope you all are enjoying this. Both this video and this fight. Because, yeah, it's nowhere near as difficult, honestly, as the Ancient Wyvern. Because the Ancient Wyvern, you're meant to get a plunge attack on it and go past all those enemies, and the enemies are way harder than the Wyvern itself. And now we see that here. We see that logic being applied here. I think the Wyvern on top of, Jesus Christ, game! The Wyvern on top of High Wall of Lothric does require, like, would probably require ranged weapons to beat, so I don't know if they'll be as easy to beat as this one is. This one I can clearly hit its head. I at least want to kill an Ancient Wyvern enemy that isn't the boss, so... God. If I die here, that would suck. Don't jinx it, though. Don't jinx it. Don't jinx it. You know what? How about some of this? What? Take it from a little character dialogue in Postal 2. That game looks weird as hell. What? Okay, okay. I honestly can't believe Postal 2 was a real thing being sold on shelves. Like, how the hell does a game like that... How the hell is a game like that allowed to exist? One more hit, come on. Oh, I'm out of stamina at just the wrong time. There we go. Well, that was annoying. I do not recommend doing that. Okay, it was annoying, but it was worth it. I might actually recommend doing that. Holy shit, that is a lot of upgrade materials. Wow. And I complain about the frickin' upgrade system in this game. I mean, I still do, just because it's weird. I find it a little strange. And I have more of a problem with it in Elden Ring. In this game, it's totally manageable, the upgrade system. But in Elden Ring, there's so many more levels, and a lot of them go missing in action for various points in the game. And that makes it a lot worse, a lot more of a headache to put up with. If I died to these guys, they, like, knock me off the edge. It's possible. I think I've had that happen before. Got past the dragon, but then these guys bumped me off the edge. Sonic the Rock Lizard! Spinning on the... Oh, there he goes. No! Or whatever he says in Sonic Adventure when he falls. Oh, no! My face when I found out that was an actual, like, bit of voice acting from one of the games and not a meme created in the Sonic community. Like, because it sounds so goofy. Couldn't possibly be in one of the games, right? Nah, it is. Okay, I am running. I'm getting the fuck out of Dodge. Or maybe not. Actually, that enemy doesn't look that bad. Then again. Okay, who is it? I have no idea who that is, but, like, my god, have some class. Jeez, why are you fighting me with nothing? Alright. To be fair, I was a deprived, so maybe you're in the same boat. Look at that Godskin Noble-ass attack. That's where the Godskin Nobles got that attack from, I'm guessing. It actually started as a skill in this game. But no enemies used it until that game. That's interesting. Oh, that guy was Rickard, or whatever, however you pronounce his name. Man, he must have had the same thing happen to him as Logan. It just fucking decided his clothes sucked and took them all off. For no reason. Because he could. I mean, this is a lawless world, right? Who's gonna stop you? Where is it? Oh, praise the addition of sorting on the recent items tab in Elden Ring, Jesus. Many of the tales surrounding the prince are questionable. This thrusting weapon suggests the stories of his graceful technique were in fact true. His techniques may have been graceful. His appearance, another story. So you can actually go over this hill, but there's no reason for us to do that since we just defeated that enemy, so we can go this way instead. Let's read this message. To travel the path of the dragon, do not ring the great bell. You got it. Great bells suck. Who wants to ring one of those? Idiots. Let me have some water real quick. Delicious. I had a weird and probably terrible idea for a main channel video where I'm like, can I beat this game before I die of dehydration in real life? Like, I actually decide, I pick a game that's of decent length, and then I play through the whole thing without being allowed to drink anything. That would be a horrible idea, and I should not do that, but, like, it's just a funny idea that came to me last night.
Very well, then take.
Can I beat this survival game before I die in real life? It's so stupid. I should never do it. Let's give intelligence more love, and vigor more love. We can make up for the difference in stamina. Hold on, can I actually level up again? I can. You know what? Let's give another point. You. Since I'm not using that much magic, I don't think I'm going to be, yeah, what am I saying? I don't think I'm gonna be, I don't know. Don't ask what I was gonna say. I don't know anymore. Let's just go in. Gonna be fine without endurance? Was I talking about the Ring of Favor? I think so. I don't know. I completely forgot what I was trying to say. Alright, so it says not to ring the Great Bell. I'm gonna listen to it for now, but we'll see if I change my mind later. Oh yeah, let me, change my outfit before we continue. Just, you know, for some added variety. I think we've had this one on long enough. At some point, I gotta wear this, just for the memes. But, you know, for now, I gotta find an area where it fits, and I just don't know what that is. I mean, I went through the only area it would work in, which is Farron Keep, and I didn't wear it there, so kind of out of luck at this point. Silver Knight armor. How's that look? That looks kind of cool. Why don't we wear that with some matching stuff on my legs? If they're called pants. I know. Oh, I'm above 70. With this thing alone, I'm above 70. That's right. With my new weapon in tow, I'll have a lot harder time choosing what to wear. How about the shadow set? The shadow set seems to have decent physical absorption, but that is with this ring on. What if we switch this ring off? Okay, yeah, that's more like it. That's more realistic. Masks the sounds of its wearer. I don't need that. How about, we're gonna be fighting a lot of enemies, so how about this ring? It's not gonna help terribly much, but it'll help at least a decent bit. Before I continue any further, I would like to use an ember. Then around here should be a summon. And I would like to take this summon with me, which is a rarity. Yes, here he is. Hawkwood the Deserter. To reiterate, this guy is the crestfallen guy from Firelink Shrine. He seems to have followed the path of the dragon and is willing to help us take care of these enemies. So, I say, let's do it. Let's summon him in. Because I think this area is a lot more fun with his help. On your own, it feels like you can just barely live through it. And maybe that's fun for some people, but I much prefer having a friend here. Alright, here he is. Let's go. Pick you up. Large Soul of Crestfallen Knight. As I have mentioned, there are a lot of enemies here. He's gonna get started on that, guys. No one else around the immediate area to fight. There is you, however. I guess I'll get started on you, while the others come from behind. Hawkwood can take them out, while I focus on this guy. Oh, okay, biggin. We got a biggin. We will work together! Damn, you're doing good damage with that axe. Okay. There we go. But I'm doing good damage with this sword. Ha ha ha! Oh my god! That's like 800 damage! What the hell? Or 700 damage. Damn! I don't know what attack you just used, but that was awesome! Can you do it again? I keep doing it forever and ever? I know, it probably costs FP. He probably can't do it forever. There has to be trade-offs. I didn't mean to roll there, but sure, I did it. Ow, whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Alright, there are more guys being aggroed. I only used one Estus Flask so far. If I'd fought these guys on my own, I would have used like 7 by now. Okay, 2 of these guys. He did 300 damage to both. That's incredible. Oh, one of them is a chain thing. Oh, fuck that. Alright, I'm using this. Oh my god, that is such low range. Okay, I'm out of stamina. Perfect. Oh, oh my god. Drink. Drink! I don't know what that's from. But I've seen a clip of it. It's so fun, this weapon! Oh god. Don't hit me, don't hit me, don't hit me. You could kill me. With that amount of health. Oh god, Hawkwood's dead. That's fine. I think we've made it through most of the enemies. It's actually a shame that Hawkwood died, because he does do something after all the enemies are killed, and it's kind of cool. I'll see if I still have a screenshot of it that I can pop in editing. Once this video's done, of course. Not checking right now. I'm in the middle of something. And you can't pause this game, unfortunately, which I think is dumb, but... I also think it's dumb how so many people are so against the idea of pausing. Like, if these games let you pause, you would not have that opinion. Nobody plays a game that's unpausable and goes, man, I really wish this game couldn't be paused. No one ever thinks that. Alright, drink that. So, like, why is there such a resistance for adding a pause feature to these games? If they added it, like, I guarantee you would not give a shit. You only care because it's not there, and people want it there. I don't know. I don't want to bring up that whole discourse, though, because this community apparently causes a fucking civil war. Every time it's mentioned. Alright, yeah, so I'll see if I have a screenshot of this, but if Hawkwood is still alive, he will walk up to the end of this trail, all the way up to, I guess, the Archdragon Peak, and he will do the Path of the Dragon gesture in front of this little coffin here, which I guess signals to you that you should do the same. Oh, look at that huge dragon on that mountain there. That's so cool. Your reward for making it all this way is the Twinkling Dragon Torso Stone. I've not actually looked at the Dragon Headstone. I don't think the item descriptions are that different, but here they are. Gain the head of a dragon. Okay. Those who choose the path of the dragon strive for perfect imitation. The dragon head right is the first step in this grand process. True imitation will require a dragon head as well. These are all of the dragon transformation stones you have. The Dragon Headstone, I think I have shown the Dragon Torso Stone before. Dragon Headstone will only transform your head. It'll also give you the ability to breathe fire, but only when you're transformed, if you use this one again. Twinkling Dragon Torso Stone will let you basically slam two big dragon arms down in front of yourself. And otherwise, it might give you like a slightly improved version of the dragon transformation, but it's otherwise the same as Dragon Torso Stone, so pretty cool. Pretty sure, yeah, roar alongside an Archdragon Mirage, that's what that is. So I could show that off at some point. We're not quite done with this area, though, is the only thing. Man, maybe I should have gone with the dragon head transformation so I could have shown that. Or maybe no. I have an idea. I'll use those transformations in the final area of the base game. And why don't I equip them all here just so I remember to do that? Because I don't think we'll have a need for any of these items anytime soon. Oh, I would like to have my Divine Blessing equipped, though. Maybe to the quick items I can. Yeah, let's do that. Quick items. There it goes. What are you? Large Titanite Shard. Okay. So we still have a couple more places to explore, and then there is indeed a secret boss here. I guess it's not really a secret boss. It's only secret in that it's hidden in this area, which is hard to find. But once you get to this area, it's easy to find. And I think you might know where the boss is at this point. On one hand, though, before we get to that, I can go over here and show a graphical glitch. That's the wrong texture. I wonder if it's like that little slab there, that little arch has the wrong material applied, where it's rendering itself as if it's a different material than what it is. Because it looks all shiny, so I wonder if it's like rendering itself as a metal as opposed to the stone, which is what it truly is. That would be a similar kind of bug to what causes that one bug in Breath of the Wild, where if you stand in one particular spot in the ruins of the Bridge of Hylia, the cell shading on Link disappears and it looks weird. It's because through that window, the game is rendering Link as if he was a different material than what he is, which is a person. The game's trying to render him as if he was a landscape, and so it uses a different lighting system. God, freaking rendering systems are so complicated. I don't think I could ever understand one. Like, I can get programming, but I don't think I would ever understand how 3D modeling, 3D rendering works. It is insane. Like, all the little things that go into it. Climb, 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 climb. Alright, we've hit an hour, and based on my track record, I don't think this video is going to go on too much longer. This will probably be a bit on the shorter end, but I'm sure that's fine with a lot of you. You there! This guy is Havel the Rock. This guy can be summoned by those summoners back there, or you can fight him here. And either way, this is his combat location. If you defeat him, you can go to the bridge in Farron Keep and pick up his armor set and wear it for yourself. It is the highest physical damage negation armor, damage absorption armor in the game, in turn for being the heaviest armor in the game. I'm not sure how much it helps in Dark Souls 3 compared to 1, but yeah. That is your main reward for beating him. Oh god. I'd like to pick up this item, so I think I'm just gonna get it. Okay. My main problem with this guy is he is able to, like, combo you to death immediately. With his bat there, yeah, he can combo you and just hit you twice and kill you easily like that. And he takes so little damage from everything. I don't think he has any Estus, which is good, but, like, this guy is just a pain in the ass. Oh, God, and he has, and he doesn't really... He's got hyper armor on his attacks, too. Might want to equip the Estus ring real quick. Seems to be okay with just holding up his shield, so I'm going to equip that. Give myself a bit of an edge. Might try this as well. Okay, that did 87. That's not bad. A light attack does 80. And, of course, I only have so many of those moves before my weapon gets damaged and stops working as well. Because, yeah, when the weapon is at risk, that is, it's about to break, its damage will decrease, so... Which I kind of demonstrated on those enemies back there. Wonder if, see, I could not dodge out of the way of that one. I just couldn't. I was frozen in place. And this is why I don't like this guy. I can't backstab him either. Oh my god. And okay, now he used the skill to make himself even stronger. Now I don't think he can stagger from anything at all. I wonder if these NPC battles use a stamina system. I mean, it makes sense if they did, or if they're just like, there's just arbitrary limitations applied to their attacks, like, you can only do 3 of this type of attack in a row before you have to pause, to simulate there being a stamina bar for them when there really isn't. He is half dead, but, you know, I wouldn't bet on winning this. Fuck you. Okay, he can totally kill me from that level of health, so I'm just gonna not. Okay, I think after the overhead attack, he can't dodge, but he can't attack. He can't follow up. Whittling him down. This is going better than I thought it would be. I don't have the Lloyd's shield ring on, do I? So, yeah, I don't. I took it off in favor of the Ring of the Evil Eye, which has helped out a lot. Oh my god. I'm not gonna say anything. Aside from that. Oh no. Thank god. One more hit. One more hit, that's all I need. And of course, I'm not gonna be able to land it. I'm playing it safe, I'm sorry. I didn't expect to actually defeat him, but there we go. Alright, never mind. I guess you have to beat him down with your own strength. Magic damage did seem to do fairly well, but yeah, that was a very long battle. Alright, so I guess if I do feel like it, I can go get his armor set now. And with that, I think we've explored all of Archdragon Peak, at least every area that matters to me. So yeah, let's go do that. Let's go back to the Schronbeyer, as I should be calling it. Haven't called it that in a long time, I don't think. I don't think I have enough souls to level. No, I do not. Why don't I give my Moonlight Greatsword an upgrade, as well as my Twin Blades, which should definitely receive some love as well.
Crestfallen ass Hogwood, he handed me this. He's changed a great deal since he left this place. Graven of face, he asked me to give it ye.
I wish there was like Okay, game just froze there for a second. I wish there was an indicator above NPCs' heads whenever they had something new to say so I wouldn't skip over it that easily.
Well, now that that task is concluded, what would you have me smith today?
I know. That would be immersion ruining. No, the Dark Souls doesn't need that. I know. Y'all don't like convenient video game features. I get it. I don't at the same time, but I get it. It just would be nice, you know? I hate skipping over dialogue and then not being able to hear it ever again. Alright, let's get +8, honestly. Why not? We have enough Titanite chunks from this area.
Prithee be careful, I go.
Prithee be careful. I don't want to see my work squandered.
Rate that impression in the comments if you watched this far. Let's go to the Great Belfry. This will be the last thing that there is to see within the area, and we're gonna see how long it takes me to do. I'm excited for it, though, because it's very fun. It's very good, very fun, very nice. Could also be my avenue to try out a spell I've been meaning to try for the last 15 fucking hours. Dark Edge. Let's check this out. Whoa, okay, I'm gonna try it on the enemies out here. Alright, let me try out, like, the full moveset. Is there a follow-up? No, okay. Seems to only attack like that. Oh, that's kind of fun. It's like Soul Greatsword, but overhead. And easily stunnable, because, you know, why do we deserve nice things? Cool, okay. Yeah, I might try that. Maybe not on this fight. Maybe it might not be that effective on this fight, but we'll have to see. I mean, you never know, maybe it is. Speaking of this fight, let's get to it. Nothing will remain once the bell has tolled. Liar! See, the area's just fine. Nothing will remain once the belt has tolled my foot. Once the belt has tolled. Yep, indeed. Okay, well, we've created a fog wall, so I think you know what this is going to lead to. Let's take off this, because we're not going to need it. We could put back on that one thing we had that was nice. What was it? The shield ring. Right. Aside from that, I think this will be fine enough. Let's put on Chloranthy ring instead, though. And then, let's see who we have to face. Hello, sire. I see there were statues of you down below. This is known right now as the King of the Storm, but that'll be subject to change in a bit. Holy hell, I do so much damage to it. Oh my god. This is an infamous boss fight. This is probably the hardest boss in the base game. Oh god. And I would agree with that, since it was definitely a challenge for me to survive it on my first ever attempts on it, which you can find on my main channel. In my main channel playthrough, I fought this guy for the very first time, and it was fun. It was a very fun experience. Alright, perfect. That is so much damage. Wow, that's excellent. Alright, he's gonna throw lightning at me. We'll see what I do this time. I think on my most recent run of this guy, I beat him first try. Let's see if I get lucky this time. Actually, I don't think it was first try. I think it was second. Well, whatever. It was something like that. Wow! I staggered it! Oh my god, I got a critical hit! Fuck yeah! This first phase usually takes a really long time, so the fact it's going by this quickly is awesome. Because this is easily the worst part of this boss. There we go. It just went down like that. Rest in peace, unnamed dragon. Alright, here's the real fight. And the actually good part of the fight. Here we go. See how well I do. I got hit by the first attack, so if that's a sign of things to come, then I'm very scared. Okay, I do a decent amount of damage to him. Not too much, not too little. We'll definitely have to struggle to make it. And I like that. Because, I don't want this fight to go on too quickly. It is one of my favorites in the game, after all. I want to live within it. That is a real thing I experience. Whenever I replay Hollow Knight, because I love the bosses in that game so much, every time I fight them, I'm always sad when they're over. I'm like, oh, it's over already? Just because they're so much fun. At least I find them that way. Okay. I don't really feel that way with Dark Souls bosses, and that's usually because these games are, like I said before, any single mistake can kill you, so, like, it's really easy to die even after you get good at them. A lot of the best players of these games still die pretty often. Like, they might go on deathless runs, but they really have to try to get those deathless runs. Well, this is going by relatively quick. We got him half down. Go for one of these. Let me try Dark Edge on him, since he is using lightning. Dodge that, and boom! That's actually not too bad. It's a bit of a slow wind-up for not much in return, but still kind of cool. Yeah, and he can easily do an attack like that. Still, though, I at least wanted to use a spell this battle before I forgot completely. That was bad. Heal. Cool. We're good. I'm pressing the wrong buttons. Oh my god, I'm panicking now. I've been flummoxed by the fact I almost died there. Okay, here we go. Refocus. You got this. You got this. Come on. The music is really cool in this phase, I think. So, in terms of the lore... Okay, I did get killed in the end after all. Well, I got really close. So, in terms of the lore, this guy is the, I believe, firstborn of Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight, who is one of the big important people in Dark Souls 1. I think this is either his firstborn or his firstborn son. Important distinction there. I'm not really sure which one it is, but, it's one of the two, and yeah. His name's kind of slipped out of history, and no one really remembers him anymore, and that's because he's been hiding here in Archdragon Peak the whole time. Hi, item, I see you down there clipping through the fog. Alright. Here we go in attempt 2. This phase should not be too bad. I've shown far from all the attacks in this phase, but that's fine. If you want to see all the attacks in phase 1 and 2, you can definitely look at my main channel playthrough. I absolutely saw all of them there. Oh god, okay. Since I was trying this battle for the very first time. Man, I can't believe I thought that Irithyll Straightsword was one of the strongest weapons in the game for a while. When shit like this exists, like, holy shit, this is so much better than Irithyll Straightsword in every way. Okay, yeah, this attack's pretty hard. You just have to start running when it starts flying. Do that and you should be fine. Okay, you have to watch for Nameless King on the back there, hitting you with the weapon. I don't know why he's called King of the Storm in this phase. Maybe it's because that's the name of the dragon, and because you're attacking the dragon first, and then the king afterwards. So that's one I'm gonna go with. I think the dragon is officially known as King of the Storm, but you never know. There could be another reason for it that I don't know. Okay, I think we're gonna get a critical hit and move on to phase 2 right here. Yep, absolutely. Wow, instant cutscene too. That normally doesn't happen. Normally the dragon like falls backwards and waits a bit. Wrong. Whoa, okay. Healing at perhaps a bad time? Nope, okay, it was just fine enough. Apparently there is a pattern in his moveset that you can use to find safe punish windows. Someone said that, like, if he swings an even number of times, he can follow up his attacks, but if he swings an odd number of times, then he's done and you can safely hit him. Like there, he swung 3 times. Okay, that's good. I'll take that. Okay, that was very delayed, a lot longer than I thought it would be. Okay, this attack's hard. I might die here. Okay, no, we're fine. This attack, watch out. Pow, pow. That's the timing. And I really have to not commentate during that attack, or else it's just, I'm really bad at it. Oh god, heal. Oh my god, I am so amazed I had enough time to dodge after that. Damn, I'm getting hit a lot. Problematic. I still have health. Not the end of the world just yet. What was that pose for? Looked cool, but like, what does it mean? Alright, here we go. This battle's so good, man! This has been the least annoying boss so far, easily. And no, that doesn't have to do entirely with the fact that I'm beating him down easily. That I find him easy. But, like, this guy's the hardest boss in the base game, and yet he's really fair about it compared to some of the other fights. He's just got a lot of rough timings to figure out, but he really doesn't have that many attacks, and I think that's what sets him apart from the others, and why I find him so much easier is because he doesn't have as many attacks as everyone else does. And I like that. Personally, I prefer Dark Souls bosses that don't have so many different attack variations that it's like impossible for me to memorize. And just like that, second try, Nameless King. I struggled on the Ancient Wyvern, but beat down Nameless King in 2 tries. That's the Dark Souls experience for you. Except not really, that won't be the experience on your first playthrough. Nothing will remain once the bell has been tolled, huh, message? Look at this. The whole structure's intact. It was already falling apart as is. I didn't make those cracks. So there's our bonfire. There's a few items to pick up out here, but otherwise, that is it. That is it for Archdragon Peak. That is it for the optional content of the base game. So yeah, and I will be ending things after ending this video after this point. The term "ending things" has taken on a different meaning over time, I feel, so I felt the need to clarify, ending the video. Alright, Bingus, Bongus, Bingus, Bongus. This is the stuff I say to myself normally when I play games, and I just said it out loud, not realizing I'm still recording. Kind of. Yeah, I mean, no, honestly, I did just say it automatically, forgetting that I was recording. Alright, there's Ornstein's armor set. That's cool. Okay, how about stuff over here? I think I got everything. It's a big area, lots to see, you know. Man, what a fun fight that was. I wish I didn't beat him second try. I would love to fight him more. I wish I struggled against him. Oh, man. I guess it's like... That boss is interesting, because he's clearly the boss that gave people the most trouble. But I think he's one of the most consistent bosses in the game, and it's for the reason I just said. He doesn't have that many attacks. His attacks are hard, but once you know how to dodge them, you can learn to beat him fairly easily, honestly. It's like... It's not like Dancer of the Boreal Valley, where she has 50 different regular swipes she can use with a million different speeds to memorize. And then, also, I think a big thing with Nameless King that he didn't do, that the other bosses do, is he didn't have any of those attacks that start up and hit you in a second. Like, in a flash. He didn't have any of those. He always had to wind up to all of his moves. And I think that made him really fair and super fun overall. What a great boss, man. That is absolutely an S-tier fight for me. And, you know, the background looks amazing, too. Vigor and intelligence. Sounds good to me.
Farewell,
let's go buy some miracles from Irina, since we do need to buy all of her miracles to progress things with her, so... It's been a long freaking time since we've seen her. Tears of denial. I deny all the freaking deaths I had versus the Ancient Wyvern at the beginning of this video. God, ridiculous. Okay. Then, of course, we have Soul Transposition, as you could expect. I should check the thing first. Oh yeah, I should also fucking delete all these. Thank you. Oh, I forgot about the Soul of Champion Gundyr. Oh, we should transpose this as well. Once, a champion came late to the festivities and was greeted by a shrine without fire and a bell that would not toll. Yeah, that's what happens when you're late to the party. Everyone's packed up and gone. So that's talking about Champion Gundyr living in that area. I don't know if... I'm not sure if the Untended Graves takes place in the future or the past. Hard to say. Compared to Firelink Shrine. As we know it. The Nameless King was once a dragon-slaying god of war before he sacrificed everything to ally himself with the ancient dragons. Aww. Oh, I do remember, there is a questline I can finish in this video before we end, so I will go do that. Okay, let's see. Lightning Storm. Once a slayer of dragons, the former king and war god tamed a storm drake. So that's the true name of the animal, the dragon he was riding. Of which he led a lifetime battle. Sorry, Drake. He was riding a Drake. Okay? I know. There's apparently a difference. This miracle is likely a tale of their bond. Storm Curved Sword, imbued with the strength of Storm Drake. The Nameless King, ally of the ancient dragons, fought along beside the Storm Drake in countless battles. When the great beast fell, the king claimed his soul, as was the custom in the Age of the Gods. Oh. This is from Champion Gundyr. Used to restrain Gundyr. Damn, so he was a prisoner. Prisoner's one who staked everything in belief. Proclivity most apparent on the greatest of champions. I will take that, since that is a ring, and I want that. I want all the rings that I can get. This old cast iron halberd has the power to break poise and is said to never crumble, seeming to suggest that Gundyr was fated to eternal service from the beginning. Out of all of these... There was the Nameless King, Deathly Hunter, Dragons. Yeah, okay, we get it. The Nameless King was a cool ancient dude. Awesome. Out of all of these... This one scales with dexterity, so this would be the one I would be able to use the most. Tornado, imbue blade with the Wrath of Storm spitting motion. That's kind of cool. I don't think I'm gonna ever use it, but... I'll at least keep it in mind. Alright, in terms of what questline I'm going to be working on, next we have Ashes for You. This video is sponsored by the Dragon Chaser's Ashes. I remember doing that. Alright, so I think this allows you to buy, yes. You can buy unlimited Twinkling Titanite and Titanite Scales, though they are quite expensive. I think there's a different ash you can get that lets you buy some of these in limited quantities. Oh yeah, and chunks too. Alright, well that's cool. Anything new down here? We can buy Nameless King's armor. Oh yes, I need to buy this. I need to save up for the rest of Dancer's set. I would love to have the Dancer's set. I don't think I'm gonna be able to wear all this armor before the series is done, which is fine with me, because not all of it looks that good, but still. There's quite a few outfits that I'm probably not gonna get to. Alright. Hold on. Don't rest yet. So we check out our key items menu. Hawkwood Swordgrass. Andre gave this to us. Traditionally, the Undead Legion of Farron sends the gravest of messages using Swordgrass. Come to the mausoleum in Farron. Only one can take the path of ancient dragons. Oh. I took the path of ancient dragons and he's upset about it. Well, why'd you help me do it then if you didn't want me doing it? You idiot. So, he wants us to go to the Abyss Watcher's arena. And there he shall be waiting. The flame reveals all and obscures all. There he is.
I should have known. Well, I've decided to stop running from my fate. Loathe me all you like. I shall take what makes you dragon.
Yeah, and he actually will. If he kills you, he will take the dragon stones away from you. Oh, he has the Abyss Watcher's weapon. That's cool. This is the only time where dying affects your inventory in any way. I think, as far as I know, in any of the games, this is the only time where that affects things. Or at least, the only time where dying removes something from your inventory. Because otherwise, it remains intact. Okay, this is way better than Dark Edge, huh? Maybe I should upgrade my staff, too. Dark Edge is fun, though. And I like its name. It's edgy. Okay, I get it. I should face you more seriously with actually strong attack. Cool, got it. I canceled his jump attack outright, and yet I complain when others do that to me. Whoa, sir. Chill. Sir, I said chill. If I remember correct, this guy has like 50 Estus flasks, so... Hope we can ignore most of them. He's trying to heal right now. He's trying to... Okay, maybe he wasn't. Okay, he's trying to heal. Ugh, of course I can't cancel them. I can never cancel an enemy's heal. I swear enemies can heal faster than me. I don't have any proof of it, but I swear. Can I cancel that attack at all? No, okay. Or at least being able to see more of his moveset in this playthrough. For my main channel playthrough, I ended up killing him really easily. Yes! There we go.
A dragon. More dragon than I.
That's right. Ah, it gives you the Twinkling Dragon headstone. What does that one do? I guess I was lying earlier when I said that was all the dragon stones. Emit Breath alongside Archdragon Mirage. Okay. Emit breath. The illusion achieved was the first case of a human imitating the form of an ancient dragon. It revealed the smallest of human existence. The road to the old dragons is long and arduous, and only one can complete the journey. Alright, I may as well take this time to show off the at least, like, give us a taste of the dragon transformations. Or no. I said I was gonna use them on the way up the final area, and to that, I will. I'll write a note on my desktop reminding me to do that. So, in other news, we're gonna end this video here. We're gonna head back to Firelink Shrine and end. Did he drop me enough souls for a level up? NPCs typically don't, so I doubt he did, but yeah, no, that's nowhere near enough. Alright, cool. That's fine with me. Maybe I should give my staff some upgrades if I can. I should have the Titanite for it, but I don't know if I have the souls for it.
Tis wasn't it?
It's good to see ye in good health.
What can I business you do? Oh, I already have it super upgraded. Never mind. I guess I don't need it. I forgot. Your weapons stop at +10 in this game. It's not Elden Ring. Okay, well, that was awesome. The area was cool, and the boss was even cooler. So, yeah. Next time on Dark Souls 3, we start the final climb up Lothric Castle to seek out the last Lord of Cinder, Prince Lothric. As Emma said back in episode 10, pretty sure. Part 10. I'm calling them parts on this channel. I should be more consistent with naming. Thank you all for watching, if you did, and as always, I will see you all in the future.